The Hadza people, also known as Hadzabe or Tindiga, are a small tribe of hunter-gatherers living in northern Tanzania, specifically around Lake Asi. Here's a brief overview. History and culture. 1. Ancient roots. The Hadza people are believed to be one of the last remaining hunter-gatherer tribes in Africa, with a history dating back thousands of years. 2. Traditional way of life. They live in small camps, typically consisting of 10–100 people, and survive on hunting wild animals, gathering fruits and foraging for roots and tubers. Language. The Hadza language is unique and unrelated to any other known language, making it a fascinating subject for linguists. 4. Social structure. They have a relatively egalitarian society, with no formal leaders or hierarchical structure. 5. Spiritual beliefs. The Hadza people believe in a complex spiritual system, with a strong connection to nature and ancestral spirits. Challenges and threats. 1. Encroachment. Their land is being encroached upon by farmers, pastoralists, and tourists, threatening their traditional way of life. 2. Loss of land. The Hadza people have lost significant portions of their ancestral land to conservation efforts and agricultural development. 3. Health challenges. They face health challenges, including malaria, tuberculosis, and HIV/AIDS, which can spread quickly in their small communities. Efforts to preserve their culture. 1. Support for sustainable development. Some organizations are working to support the Hadza people in preserving their culture and traditional way of life, while also improving their access to health care. 2. Land rights. Efforts are being made to secure land rights for the Hadza people, ensuring their ancestral land is protected for future generations. The Hadza people are an important part of Tanzania's cultural heritage, and their unique way of life is worth preserving. Cultural practices. 1. Initiation rites. The Hadza people have initiation rites for both boys and girls, marking their transition to adulthood. 2. Storytelling. Oral storytelling is an essential part of Hadza culture, passing down history, myths, and legends. 3. Music and dance. Music and dance play a significant role in Hadza ceremonies and celebrations. Modern-day challenges. 1. Climate change. Climate change affects the Hadza people's traditional way of life, altering the availability of food and water. 2. Disease. The Hadza people are vulnerable to diseases introduced by outsiders, which can decimate their population. 3. Cultural erosion. As more Hadza people interact with the outside world, their traditional culture is at risk of erosion. Conservation efforts. 1. Protected areas. Some protected areas have been established to conserve the Hadza people's ancestral land and way of life. 2. Community-based tourism. Community-based tourism initiatives allow visitors to learn about Hadza culture while supporting local communities. Importance of preservation. 1. Cultural diversity. Preserving the Hadza people's culture contributes to the rich cultural diversity of Tanzania and the world. 2. Traditional knowledge. The Hadza people's traditional knowledge of the environment and natural resources is valuable and worth preserving. By learning about the Hadza people, we can appreciate the importance of preserving cultural diversity and traditional ways of life. They are one of the last remaining hunter-gatherer communities in Africa, with a population of approximately 1,000 to 1,300 individuals. Culture and traditions. Egalitarian society. The Hadza people live in an egalitarian society with no formal leaders or hierarchical structure. Decisions are made by group consensus. Spirituality. They believe in ancestral spirits and natural forces, often performing ceremonial dances and rituals before a hunt or during difficult times. Traditional hunting. Men hunt using handmade bows and poison-tipped arrows, while women gather fruits, tubers, and berries. Language. The Hadza language, also known as Hadzane, is a unique language isolate with clicking and popping sounds. Challenges and threats. Land encroachment. Their ancestral lands are being encroached upon by farmers, pastoralists, and tourists, threatening their traditional way of life. Climate change. Climate change affects the availability of food and water, making it harder for the Hadza to survive. Cultural dilution. Modernization and tourism can lead to cultural dilution and loss of traditional practices. Interesting facts. Ancient roots. The Hadza people have likely inhabited their current territory for tens of thousands of years, making them one of the oldest continuous cultures on Earth. Unique diet. Their diet is primarily plant-based, consisting of fruits, tubers, and berries with occasional meat from hunting. Resilience. Despite facing numerous challenges, the Hadza people have managed to preserve their traditional way of life, making them an important part of Tanzania's cultural heritage. The Hadza people's marriage customs are relatively simple and informal compared to other cultures. Marriage customs. 1. Informal unions ***. Hadza marriages are often informal unions, with couples living together without formal ceremonies or rituals. 2. Arranged marriages. While not strictly arranged, families may influence their children's partner choices, often based on compatibility and family ties. 3. Gift giving. In some cases, the groom may give gifts to the bride's family, such as meat or other valuable items, as a sign of respect and appreciation. 4. Trial period. Couples may live together for a trial period before being considered married, allowing them to test their compatibility. Marriage and family. 1. Monogamy. The Hadza people are generally monogamous, with most couples forming long-term pair bonds. 2. Family structure. Hadza families are typically small, with an average of 2-3 children per family. 3. Divorce ***. Divorce is relatively rare among the Hadza people, but it can occur if the couple is incompatible or if there are significant conflicts. Cultural significance. 1. Family ties. Marriage and family are essential to Hadza culture, providing a sense of belonging and support within the community. 2. Social cohesion. Marriage customs help maintain social cohesion within the Hadza community, promoting cooperation and mutual support. The Hadza people's marriage customs reflect their unique cultural values and way of life, prioritizing simplicity, flexibility, and community harmony. Marriage in the Hadza tribe is relatively simple and informal. Here's how it works. No traditional ceremony. There are no formal ceremonies or dowries involved in Hadza marriages. A man shows his interest by bringing gifts like honey and wild meat to the woman's hut. Informal unions. Couples may choose to live together without a formal ceremony, and their union is recognized as a marriage. Monogamy. The Hadza people are predominantly monogamous, with only about 4% of men having 2 wives at once, and these marriages tend not to last long. Age of marriage. Men typically marry around 21 years old, while women marry around 17 years old. Divorce. If a couple is unhappy, they can simply stop living together, and the separation is recognized. Family structure. Hadza families are typically small, with an average of 2-3 children per family. Egalitarian society. The Hadza society is egalitarian, with no rigid gender roles or hierarchical structure, which contributes to the simplicity of their marriage customs. Overall, the Hadza people's marriage customs reflect their unique cultural values and way of life, prioritizing simplicity, flexibility, and community harmony.